There we go. Yeah, exactly, Aragwen. Way too cool for microphones. The question I have, I'm usually full of questions, right? I'm full of questions. I'm full of gas, throttle. I'm full of hopes and dreams and ambitions. I'm full of winning, okay? But today I just have one question. What is more extreme than a wicked guitar solo? What is more extreme than pulling your car around that final curve? Oh, just overtaking Requiem Lost. That's my question. And the answer may surprise you. The answer is the truth. Oh. Flower is correct. Why would I want to amplify this magnificence? It's just going to distort it. It's just going to make it worse. The real question is, how fucking crazy is it that when I do this, you can see me in my own shades? Woo! That's extreme. That was probably too loud. Good answer, Flower. I'm just going to do this. Little micro adjusts. My social media manager went on strike recently, and he was like, "Oh, the working conditions are terrible. You know, you guys basically kind of just, you know, you never let me stream. We're like, it's because you're not entertaining, you know." So he recently put the audio controls over here. He's like, "Do your own audio," and I was like, "You don't even do my audio, man." Hence, yeah, you understand. Anyway, what's going on? Storm Chasers. Thrilled to have you back. Real exciting. I am, as they say in France, le jazzed to be back here. Nothing against jazz music, okay? I happen to think jazz music is fucking metal, ironically. Fucking awesome, also kind of ironically. Man, you are getting a whole tour of this stream space through these glasses. My name is Tornado Macaw. You all know me as the extreme demolition derbyist, extreme driver, extreme lover, and today, extreme executive producer of a new game show. That's correct. Flower is also correct. Technically correct. The best kind. And the end of that song tells me that it's time for us to get into the action. What up, Aragwen? I was going to say something about... Oh, we're cruising around. Yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah. So for those of you who... You all already know what the deal is today. We are continuing the inaugural... Oh, the EEP, of course. Very different from the EEP, which is a sound most of the rival drivers make when I come up behind them. So, you all already know, more or less, what's going on, right? We're playing my new executively produced game show called Truth, featuring three of the most boring people I've ever met and three of the fucking most insane people I've ever met, which is great. Loving that. Probably one of the most boring hosts I've ever hired. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. He just auditioned better, you know? Terrible. I'll probably take over at some point. Oh, we should play this game with members of the community. It's very simple. You all come on. I ask you whatever questions I want. You're hooked up to a lie detector. So if you tell a lie, I'll know. Even though they're not technically that useful, you know, in a court of law or whatever. But that's okay. Don't worry about that. It's fine. It's just for the drama. And at the end of the session, I decide who gets 1 million punchy punch points. 1 million punchy punch points. That's right. Because on this channel, we give out rubles. And frankly, I think the value of the ruble is on the decline. Anyway, I don't know why I'm still talking. We should get into this. As a reminder, we're playing, hell yeah, we're playing Truth. Hence the title of today's stream, Truth or Macaw! Let's make sure that this is working. Oh, yes! Oh, but now the chat's all the way over there. Everything's all messed up, team. Ever since my social media manager went on strike, it's all a nightmare. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is going to be just fine. There we go. I want to be able to see all of what the lovely Storm Chasers are talking about together. Today. Okay. As a reminder, we had Oh, hang on. Let's get that music turned up first, huh? I want to make sure you can hear every instant of these people's wild, kind of situations. All right. So, as a reminder, we started with 6. Every round, we've asked each of them 5 questions, which they have to answer truthfully. They don't have to, though. But if they lie, it will be detected with our lie detector, in theory. Now, here's where the lie detector falls down. You can get a lot of false positives. Lie detectors work based on biorhythmic data, right? Your heart rate, whatever. Basically your heart rate. Your core body temperature, whatever, who cares? And your blood pressure. So, if the theory is if you're lying, it will subconsciously increase your pulse, right? You'll have a little bit of a fight or flight adrenaline response, and it would show up on a polygraph. Great. It leads to some false positives. People get nervous. They're not lying, but their readings are a little high, right? You try to take a baseline, do that sort of thing. We obviously didn't take a baseline with these people, so I'm not really sure what the deal is. But if someone is very good at controlling their emotions, this is where it gets wild. Because one of our contestants, Claire, here, seems to have lived the most insane life I've ever heard of. You know, well beyond the point of believability. However, no lies as of yet. The only lie we've encountered so far is Autumn here, when she said, I wouldn't take anyone on a desert island. A lie, she would take Chris Hemsworth and doom him to a horrible existence of dying on a desert island. Although she would get to have sex with him, which I think is the point. I think that's what she was on about. Whatever. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's all you need to know. We started with 6. We eliminated the 3 next most boring contestants. We've been going based on entertainment value, more or less. Joe was the worst. I can't remember her name now. The influencer? Just, like, kind of middle of the road boring. Like, it's one thing, like, if you're an influencer, but, you do, like, I don't know, videos about fainting goats. Exactly, Aragwen. Not so I didn't feel influenced to keep her. Like, if you did, you know, Aragwen, I saw what you posted in the Discord. For example, if you're an influencer, but all you do is share videos of your horse neighing loudly over you trying to talk, I mean, you're winning $1 million. Like, it's just that easy. None of these people thought of that, though. Did they? They didn't. BYOH. Bring your own horse. Sorry, BYOSH. Bring your own sassy horse. Okay. We got rid of her, too. And we got rid of Sam, who was a big nerd. Not the best, most creative kind of writer. And I think he might have been a serial killer, so I was feeling a little uncomfortable. We're left with Autumn, who's a hippie, who may be Claire's long-lost daughter, but probably not. Claire, a woman from Scotland who apparently lost her daughter on a fishing trip, is homeless and unemployed, and goes chasing her missing daughter from town to town, is still married, but never sees her husband, was captured by pirates, was kept in a Russian gulag, was shipwrecked, and crashed in the mountains and had to eat her support animal to stay alive. Just insane. Did you see me? Oh, she also said, lightning never strikes twice? Haha, I've been struck 4 times. I was like, you look pretty good for someone who's been struck by lightning 4 times. She also then claimed to have done multiple pharmaceutical studies at the same time, which has led to a very interesting theory that she's not lying. She's simply hallucinating a whole past she's never had. Now that, is it $1 million worthy? And we have Lilith. Lilith is pretty obviously a goth. She's really petty, which we love here on twitch.tv/biffthebutt. No, we do. Don't say we don't love that. Who do you hire to be on this show? Dr. Surgeon MD. Uh-huh. Me. Uh-huh. Tony Tuggaboda, my cousin, yeah. Chief Inspector Stryker. No, Paul Prospero doesn't count. He's barely human. Whatever. This guy, ludicrous. Okay, we're gonna get into it. We're into round. This must be round 4. Hey, Raisin, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to Truth or Macaw. Yeah, you remember Tony, don't you, Aragwen? who's driving a cab for a while, right? Cabbing and blabbing with Tony Tuckaboda. Unfortunately. Well, actually, you know what? My cousin, I've heard he's thinking of making a comeback to streaming. With his favorite icon, his favorite Italian-American icon, Mario, who apparently has a remade version of a role-playing game coming out soon. Soon. Oh, me too, Eric Wynn. He's a cool dude. You know who else's name I like? Macaw! That's me, Tornado Macaw. Yeah, Raisin, shit's hot. By which I mean, things are bon. Alright, Raisin, I'll catch up super quick. You can see there in the chat. This is a game show called Truth. We're asking people questions. They're hooked up to lie detectors, so we'll tell if they're lying. And we're trying to determine which of these people we want to give $1 million to. We've already eliminated 3 people because they were kind of boring. So let's get into it. I want to start with Autumn because I feel like she's next on the chopping block. What do you do for a living? I know what you do for a living. I want to know what her childhood dream was, though. Tell me if you can hear this, team.
What was your childhood dream?
To be a corporate executive, live in a big house, and make a 6-figure salary.
This was what she wanted to do.
When I got older, I realized that a job like that would take up almost all my free time.
Unless you're Christian
and then
Grey.
Taking care of a house of that size would take up the little bit of time I had left.
He lives in an apartment.
Now that dream sounds like a nightmare to me.
Aragorn, I can't answer that, unfortunately. I know Mademoiselle here is from Supernatural. Yes, that sounds right to me. That sounds right. Can't necessarily confirm or deny. I'm not so great with the old faces and names. All right, Autumn. Interesting. Autumn, what's your most unusual pet peeve?
What's your most unusual pet peeve?
I hate this guy. This guy's gotta go. You're out, man.
It drives me crazy when people throw away plastic bottles with the cap screwed on. I understand that people are busy and can't always do much to help the environment, but all they have to do in this case is not screw the cap back on.
Why would you screw the cap
If they
back?
put the cap on, then there's air trapped in the bottle, and it won't flatten out in the landfill.
Right.
Just leave the cap off, and the bottle will get crushed and will take up way less space. It literally takes less than no effort.
Less than no effort. I'm with Autumn on this one. Frankly, we've talked before about this, team. I'm all about extreme social experiments and extreme philosophy, right? So when we talk about the grocery cart, everyone knows what I'm talking about here, okay? This is the line in the sand between good members of society and parasites. That's right, parasites in society, okay? Because here's the thing. You have your shopping cart. You could return it to the corral. Doing so brings you no benefit, but it helps someone else, someone who you may not know, someone who you may not even get to see the fruits of your labor when they come out to collect all the carts and bring them back into the store. But we live in a society, okay? So anyway, I tend to agree with Autumn here. I like to go one step further, by the way. I like to race the shopping cart over, leap into it, roll it into the corral, and smash them all together. That way, when the person comes out to deliver the carts, they're already in motion, and they're already put together. Hit me up, Aragorn. It sounds like you've got a hypothetical coming in. And my middle name is Hypothetical. Tornado Hypothetical Macaw. Oh my god. Aragorn, you know one of these questions is what's your most controversial opinion. And some of them have been not controversial at all. So hit me up. I am so ready for this. In the meantime, I'm going to ask... I tend to agree with Autumn is what I'm saying. Let's hear about her superpower choice. But
if you
could
have any superpower, what would you choose?
Chlorokinesis.
Chlorokinesis.
It's the power Swamp Thing has that lets him be one with plant life.
Amazing.
I'd love to be able to communicate with nature on its own level.
That's not... I don't think that's how chlorokinesis works.
Like that, I'd really be able to help save the planet.
That is true. Do you think chlorokinesis means the ability to move chloroplasts with your mind? Or do you think it's like No, that's telepathy. Telekinesis is being able to move things, kinetic kinesis, with your mind. So chlorokinesis would be the ability to move plants with your mind. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so ready. I'm so ready, Aragwen. Cart returners, greater than cart parkers who move them to the curb. Agreed. Greater than actual scum. People who return the cart halfway and just push it. I'm struggling to see which part of this is controversial. Unless you've got your greater than, lesser than signs mixed up. Which I know you don't. It feels to me, so when I say I leap into the cart as it's moving, smash into the other cart so that they're all put together and then in motion towards the front door. Obviously, I'm a trained professional, Aragwen, right? I'm not doing that so that there's any danger to anyone, so that a runaway cart might, like, run over a kid or something. Like, obviously, I'm not doing that. Oh, no. Half-assedly pushing a cart towards a corral is absolutely not doing anything. And in fact, as you've correctly pointed out, he's probably doing a lot more harm than good, because I guarantee you that that cart is going to end up blocking somebody at some point, or running into something it shouldn't. Just ridiculous. Why are we even talking about this? Kragan, what's going on? Oh, man. Exactly, Kragan. Whee! Alright. That's enough Autumn for now. Let's get into Lilith, who is currently tied with Claire here. This is getting good. I want to know what Lilith's superpower would be.
If you could have any superpower, what would you choose?
And always, as always, let me know if you can hear what's going on, team. She's very quiet.
Necromancy.
Natch.
Anyone can take a living person, turn them into a dead one. To take a dead one,
That's called murder.
back into a living one.
Or, yeah.
That would really be something.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Who would you return
Just
from the dead?
imagine
Lilith.
you really hated somebody.
Right.
You could kill them,
Right.
bring them back,
Right. Kill him again.
kill them again, bring them back,
You see what I'm saying? She's petty as hell.
kill them again.
Yeah.
And then they'd have to live with the anticipation,
I mean, incredible.
knowing that eventually
She's the equivalent of the snail that's
They're
coming to
going to
kill
find
you.
them.
She's the equivalent of,
they just don't know when,
oh my god, what's that movie?
they don't know how. Plus, having your own Legion of the Undead
She's right.
would be pretty
Who's
useful.
that horror movie? It Follows. There we go. Obviously, because It Follows. She is the snail from the Reddit question. She is It Follows. She's coming for you. You see what I mean, though? Petty. When asked about who she'd want to bring to a desert island, she's like, oh, my old boss. Because if it's just the two of us alone on this island, I could torture him forever. So, but is she, like, really a serial killer? Is she putting it on? Aragwen, this is a strong character for D&D. I have to agree. Question is she real or not? If you know what I mean. Is this all an act? And I don't mean Lilith, I mean your character. Okay. Sounds good, Lilith. Let's... Okay, I want to hear about Claire's job because she's currently unemployed.
If you could have any job, what would it be?
What you got for me?
Any job in the whole world?
Yeah, any job.
I would choose to be a wealthy banker.
Oh,
They get paid
why not?
fortune,
Gwen.
and their hours don't seem bad at all. I mean, maybe when the line gets really long up to their till, that might get stressful managing that. But apart from that, I mean, what's the downside?
Do you think Claire thinks that bankers get to keep the money that gets deposited? I thought she meant like a banking exec. She meant literally a teller. Oh, multi-class to Hellenbach. Hellenbach is my favorite. It's my favorite Baroque metal mashup band. Hellenbach. Not to be confused with my second favorite Baroque metal mashup band, Hiding from the Law. That is a quality Baroque music joke, and I swear to God people should take that and go deliver it out into the world. Hiding from the Law is not like a great metal name, but it's just solid band name. You all understand what's going on. All right, Claire. Good stuff. Claire, what's your most Thank you, Raisin Girl. Raisin Girl, what's going on? You said you were good and you hoped that I was good. So I say I'm good. And I'm hoping you're good. What's up in your life? Claire, what's your most embarrassing memory?
What is your most embarrassing memory?
This guy.
Oh gosh, there's been quite a few things in my life that are embarrassing, but
Specifically,
you know those people
Oh.
on trains that go around checking everyone's tickets that they've got the right tickets.
Yeah.
Well, it was my high school reunion, and I pretended that I was one of those people.
You
that was my
pretended
job, so
to
that
be
everyone
a
would think I was really
conductor on a
successful. But then
train?
it turned out in the group there was somebody who was a real ticket checker, and they told everyone that I wasn't. They didn't I didn't have that job. They knew I didn't. They never saw me at work. It was so embarrassing. You really dropped me in it.
that is embarrassing. And that's not a lie? Actually, a little normal for her. Interesting. Excellent, Raisin. Me too. Okay, Aragwen's Needlefinger changeling is called Helena Hannah Basket Hellenbach. Sorry, Basket. That's really strong, Aragwen. Really, really strong. Now, when you say Needlefinger, are you referring to in Changeling the Lost? I feel like there's like a... Ah, damn. I don't remember the Changeling the Lost splats very well. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Okay, Claire. Interesting. Let's get another Lilith going on in here. I'd be curious to know what her biggest regret
What
is.
is your biggest regret?
A little nightmare.
That's easy.
Okay.
There are many people I've encountered in my life who I didn't kill,
Okay.
even though they clearly deserved it.
Right, because you're the judge
And
of
now
that
it's
sort of
too
thing.
late.
Right, because they're
I
gone.
wouldn't even know where to find them.
Yeah, rough. And she's not an immortal snail that if it touches you, you die. Rough. Man, wild. Hit me up, Aragwen.
What was your childhood dream?
We're just gonna keep figuring out who deserves this money here, okay? I don't know. We'll see.
I've always wanted to be possessed by a demon.
Now that's a dream. You can
That's
play the
still my
mortuary
dream.
assistant. That's pretty fucked up. Lilith,
Maybe
you'd like
one
that?
day I can make it happen.
I thought you were gonna summon Cthulhu with all the money. I don't know. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, I need you... Okay, this is gonna be interesting because it has to be embarrassing. It can't just be like, well, I really like doing, you know, summoning spirits on the side. Like, that's not embarrassing for her, right?
What's your most embarrassing guilty
Is it that she
pleasure?
watches, like, Friends or something, you know? Come on, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up. What you got?
I like to turn off movies at the sad part, right before the end, and say that's the ending.
There it is, oh, sad.
It
Make a
works
mill,
for every movie.
profit,
For example,
retire, possessed
in
by a demon.
action movies, where it looks like the hero is lost.
Oh, damn. This isn't embarrassing for
In
you.
romantic comedies, where the couple breaks up, and it looks like they'll never see each other again. You get a much more satisfying ending that way. You should try it.
I'm pretty sure, Aragwen, that none of these actors are doing any actual acting. I'm 99% sure they were invited to come sit in front of a green screen. Oh, well, sorry, I know what the deal is because obviously I'm the exec producer of this game show called Truth or Macaw. Okay. No, but seriously, I'm pretty sure they just invited 6 actors to come sit in front of a green screen and just ask them questions and just have them make shit up. Like, they said, oh, if you want to have a character, you can have a character, but, like, you don't have to. And Claire, quite literally, is just making up whatever comes into her head. Wild. Are you saying it's unscripted, Tornado? Yeah. Make a million, summon Elder God, get possessed, let the demon deal with the aftermath. Bada bing, bada boom. Get money, get paid, destroy the world. Question mark, question mark, question mark? I'm already dead, so it doesn't matter. And that's correct, Aragwen. I've narrowed it down to the Neo-Hippie, the Murder Wisher, and the wacky one. I need to know what kind of job she would have, I guess.
If you could have any job, what would it be?
Yeah, what do you got?
Supreme ruler of Earth. You said any job.
Famously a job.
Who wouldn't want to rule Earth? If anybody says anything else, they're lying, and their lie detector should go off.
Oh, so those lie detectors do.
Totalitarianism can be a very effective form of government.
I mean,
With the
it's
right
usually
ruler.
effective. Yeah, that's true.
Look at Vlad the Impaler.
Classic totalitarian choice.
He has his critics.
Specifically the people he impaled, yeah.
Some have said his methods were too harsh.
Those who were impaled, yeah.
But look at his empire and
Wasn't
how
that big.
smoothly it was run.
Probably true, though. Not that big an
Hardly
empire.
any crime.
Famously, because of the impalings.
I could do that. I could be the next Vlad the Impaler.
Lilith the... Yikes. Lilith the... Beheader? So strange. I think we're gonna keep her around, though. She seems just wacky enough. Alright, Autumn. Convince
your
me you should
happiest
stay,
moment?
buddy.
That's easy.
Okay. What is it?
First time I went to Burning Man.
Classic.
It wasn't that I loved Burning Man. Back then, I worked myself to death.
I think
at
I
my
am,
office
Aragwen.
job.
It's a good idea.
I only averaged maybe 50 hours per week, but the stress, it
It's a lot of
stayed
hours.
with me all the time, so it felt like 100.
Right.
Burning Man was the very first vacation I ever took.
You took a vacation and you went
Once
to
I got
Burning
to feel what it
Man?
was like to be free from work for multiple days straight.
Wild.
It changed my life.
I do like that her
I
solution...
stopped working a corporate
Yeah,
job.
her
stopped
solution
obsessing
to
over
the
money,
hamster
and
wheel is
now
just burn down the hamster wheel,
finally happy.
basically. I'm loving it, and I have to agree with Aragwen. Okay, so, no, you know what? I'll let the host explain
You're the
it.
conductor on a runaway trolley.
Uh-huh.
There are 5 people ahead of you
Can
on
we
the
just say
tracks
train?
who
For fuck's
cannot
sake.
get off the tracks in time. If you continue forward, you will run over and kill all 5 of them. You cannot
I don't
stop the
see
trolley,
that, like, whatever.
but you can change to an alternate track where there is only one person on it.
Hey!
If you decide
Stop
to
reading.
change
I'll give you a
tracks, the 5
quick
people
little
on the
summary
first
of what's
track
going
will
on here,
live,
Storm Chaser.
But the one
Don't worry
person
about it. We're
on
just
the
gonna hear a little
alternate
bit about
track
the trolley
will
problem
be
first.
Run over and die. Do you change tracks?
I changed tracks and hit the one person.
Corporate fascists!
The only argument I can see for staying on the current track is that I might feel guilty if I actively made a decision that killed one person.
Correct.
But one person dying and me feeling guilty about it certainly isn't as bad as 5 people dying.
It's true. She seems pretty confident. Now, Autumn, let's make this a bit more interesting. Let's assume that the 5 people are there because they're all wasted out of their minds. Say they went to, I don't know, Burning Man, and they're wasted out of their mind. Do you feel bad now? Do you feel worse? I love it. Reading, welcome, by the by. Welcome to Tornado Macaw. Truth or Macaw, rather. Just a really brief sense, this is a game show that I'm executive producing. We take 6 people, we ask them questions, they're hooked up to a lie detector, and then we decide as an audience who's gonna win $1 million. 3 of them are already gone, right? And we've got 3 left. The neo-hippie, the one who wants to kill everybody, and the wild woman who is insane. It is her, or him, rather, sorry. Tornado's upset that Burning Man stole the name Burners, which is what he wanted to name his fan clan. Aragwen, I'm not hooked up to a lie detector, so you can't find out if that's the truth. But I will say, Storm Chasers is as good, if not better, than Burners. It's definitely better than my original proposal, which was going to be Rubber Burners. Anyway, all right, Claire. Oh, geez, sorry, everyone. Convince me that you are here to win, okay? What's the dumbest shit you've ever
What
done?
is the dumbest thing you ever did?
Oh, well, that was sleeping in a dumpster.
Classic.
I mean, it seems like a good idea, right?
Right,
You know?
sure, it's
There's a lid
protected.
on them, keeps you dry when
yeah,
it's wet.
protected from the elements, yeah.
Unfortunately, I fell asleep when
Oh.
the garbage truck came by, and I woke up to find myself being tumbled into the garbage truck and being compacted in beside everything else. It took me 3
Flock of
days to
macaws!
free myself from the block I was in the landfill.
And that didn't set off the lie detector? See, I thought she'd be like, oh, I fell into the garbage truck and I, like, got out. No. She was compacted into a cube, and it took her 3 days to get out, during which time she survived and didn't suffocate. Anyway, press X to doubt. Oh boy. I need to hear what she has to say about this trolley problem. I just don't know, guys.
You're the conductor. On a runaway trolley, there are 5 people on the tracks ahead
Hey,
of you who cannot
hey.
get off the tracks in time.
Correct reading.
If you continue forward, you will run over and kill all
Famously,
5 of
why
them.
you put them in the
You
landfill
cannot
that
stop
way,
the
Eric.
trolley, but you can change to an alternate track which only has 1 person on it. If you decide to change tracks,
I just feel like,
all 5 people on the first
you know
track
what we really
will live,
need?
but the
It's
person
like a
on the alternate
more
track
bling, more bling
will be run
ka-ching in the
over
background. Like,
and
what is
die.
this shit? Like,
Do
it just says
you
truth,
change
veracity,
tracks?
vest. Like, who cares?
Before answering that, what you have to understand is that being run over by a trolley doesn't have to be fatal. I've survived it at least twice now.
At least twice.
And after an extended hospital stay, I was completely fine. You
Very good.
just have to avoid being crushed by the wheels when you're underneath.
Right, famously.
So, in answer to your question, your morality question, of course you switch to where the one person is because there's just not room under there for a crowd.
Very good. Great answer. I like how for her it's just like, obviously. Like, of course, right? Ah, that does make sense, Flower. I do, you know what? I'm with you there. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. What can I find out about her? I guess I want to know how she's betrayed a friend. As an aficionado. Oh,
What is the
drama.
worst way you've betrayed a friend?
Well,
I hope this is really sad.
that would be my friend Emily from high school.
Okay.
We were paired together for a science project, and she looked after this
is
egg that we were given
wild
for
story,
the first
okay.
week, and I was to look after it for the second week. And
Okay. Oh,
did
sup,
it
weirdness?
great. The
Sup,
egg was
Storm Chaser.
perfect, and I was carrying it into school on the last day of the project
Right.
to give to Emily to hand to the teacher.
Right.
I got chased by a coyote, and of course I dropped the egg, and then the coyote
Chased
ate
by
the
a
egg, and
coyote!
I just thought I can't let Emily down. Like, I don't want to betray my friend and disappoint her. And I remembered though that I had seen a bird's
This
nest
woman
in the
is
school a few
such
days
a
before,
liar.
so I went
It's
back,
incredible. Cow puka.
and
We
sure
talked
enough,
about this,
there's an
right?
egg in
Highland
the
cow
bird's
puka.
nest. It was maybe like a slightly bluer shade of grey than the egg we'd be given, but I thought
No one's
she's
gonna
gonna
notice, yeah.
So I took it into school, handed it to Emily. She was just about to give it to the teacher, and a red-tailed hawk flew in the window and violently attacked Emily for touching her baby's egg. And
Rough.
so not only did we not get an A,
Right. But she
Emily
had to
was
go to the
intensive care
hospital,
for
yeah.
3 weeks, and things were never the same with us again.
Sure, yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Feels like if you're...
That's
oh.
the end of this round.
Hey!
We'll soon find out who will be going home after this message from our sponsor.
Oh, who we got sponsoring us today?
Today's episode is brought to you by the letter K.
Letter K.
Now it's time
Okay.
for the audience to vote. Please enter the selection of the contestant you think.
That is not what I was expecting to happen. All right, team. There are a number of people in the chat, so we will be putting up the poll. Okay? Because I think that'll be fun. So, who's leaving us? Option 1 is Autumn, the neo-hippie. Option 2 is Claire, the Highland cow puka. Pooks, I wrote. And option 3 is going to be Lilith, the supreme ruler of Earth. Don't let that, don't let that get your goat, though, okay? I think we should just do this for fun. I did, because after this round of truth ends, I don't have much left for tonight, okay, team? So you can vote with exclamation mark vote and then space 0, 1, or 2. This is who's going home, team. Very important. Coyotes, the scourge of Scotland. This is fantastic. Oh, reading, I'm really glad you're enjoying it, because it is pretty wacky tobacco. I gotta give you that. It is wild. Yeah, I just... Oh, here, and I'll... for everybody who needs a bit of a refresher, you can kind of see her there. That's Autumn, that's Claire, and that's Lilith. There you go. Weirdness, don't even worry about it. It's been... we haven't learned much new stuff about them. We did just learn, of course, that Claire stole an egg from a red-tailed hawk, got chased by a coyote, and then the red-tailed hawk ate her friend's face. Brutal. Celtic Knots, what is going on? Welcome to Truth or Macaw with me, Tornado Macaw. Celtic Knots, I'll give you the real brief version, and then you'll be able to join us for the last round of this, okay? This is my new game show, Truth, being hosted by some fuck-up. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Where we take 6 people, hook them up to lie detectors, ask them questions, and the person we determine is the best person gets $1 million. Much like everything in life, it is subjective, patently unfair, and freaking awesome. Okay? So there you go. All right. Tornado Macaw. It's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Oh, boy. I mean, just incredible. 80, welcome as well. So happy to have all the Storm Chasers with us, especially this weird... Look, I thought this game show was going to be wild and wacky, but apparently my other producers went out and found, like, a couple of boring people. Ridiculous. All right, poll's coming to an end. Oh, the overwhelming winner here is Autumn the Neo-Hippie. I'm so sorry, Autumn. Weirdly enough, weirdness, I can believe it. All right, Autumn. You're out.
The votes are in.
I sure hope I
Audience
selected.
has voted to send home Autumn.
Aww.
It's probably for the best I didn't win. Lots of money rarely leads to happiness.
Rarely. Not really.
It's now time
Rarely.
for our final
Rarely
round.
leads to... fucking whatever. Who's doing the subtitles for this show? Come on. Oh. Hey, yeah, that's right, Celtic. Hell yeah. Okay. 5 questions for Claire. 5 questions for Lilith. We're going to make these count, okay, team? We're going to find out if any of them are liars. Not that that really matters. Oh, shnikes. 87K is nothing to sniff at. It's no glue to sniff at, if you catch my meaning. Am I advocating for sniffing glue? Of course not. I was the incarnation of DARE, the drug resistance program, for many, many years. Because I don't need artificial drugs of any kind to win races. Anyway, it doesn't matter. AD, party on. That's awesome. So I'm really happy you're here. If you start to crash, don't worry about it. Just crash out. It's going to be a good time. All right. Aye, aye. No, wait. Reading note. The other question is, once we finish this, am I going to pull up something else? Probably. All right,
You're the
Lilith.
conductor on a runaway trolley.
Let's go.
There are 5 people on the tracks ahead.
Lilith is going to be like,
You
can
cannot
I
get
get
off
the
the tracks
6th
in
person
time.
onto the track?
If you continue forward,
So that I kill
you will
all
run
6.
over and kill all 5. You cannot stop the trolley.
Should be like, can I get the other
You
person
can
on that
change
track?
to an alternate track where there is only 1 person on it.
Ah,
decide to
Storm
change
Chasers.
tracks-
I'm so glad you're all here.
All 5 people on the original track will live, but the person on the
I don't even know why
alternate
you're bothering
track
with
will
the
be run over
alternative.
and die. Do you change tracks?
Ah, shnikes. No, Flower, great question.
So if I stay
it did
on the
save,
first track,
but there's no menu. So I didn't
get
know
to
until I
kill
booted it up
5
and it was still here.
without the possibility of getting in any trouble whatsoever.
Good shout, Lilith. It's true. No one would be mad at you.
But if I change tracks,
I get to
I
be...
only get to kill 1, and there's a possibility that I go to prison. Why would I possibly change tracks? Is this a trick question?
It is.
Is there a way to kill all 6?
Nice. Boom.
If there is, I don't see it.
You get your horn and you
Stay
like
on the first
get them onto it.
track
Yeah.
and settle for 5.
Settle for 5. Ugh. Okay, so she's definitely got a certain degree of disregard for human life. I'm a little worried what $1 million would do there. That is bang on reading for sure. Okay. What do you do for a living? I know she's unemployed, but I can't wait to hear the answer, so we're starting here.
What do you do for a living?
She is unemployed.
Well, I sold furniture for a while. Then I ran out of furniture.
Oh. That's how that
Then
works.
I sold shoes for a while.
Right? Ran out of shoes.
Ran into a similar problem. Now I'm unemployed.
A weird thing to say. Yeah, Flower. I don't believe Alice Cooper was ever in a band that was known as anything besides Alice Cooper, but you can certainly look him up. He's a relatively famous rock and roll artist, who was known for looking like this a lot. Actually, this is also very Marilyn Manson, but Poison. Thank you, reading. I thought that was just the name of that one song. That makes more sense. Thank you. All right. Not that exciting. Not that exciting. Okay. Lilith,
If you found a wallet.
would you give this wallet back if you found it? Correct, Scraggin.
I found a wallet
And that's the
once.
only way I would have it
I
on this
looked
show.
up the owner on social media. Turned out to be some racist, sexist loser who was inexplicably married.
Inexplicably. Okay.
I kept the
How do you know it was
cash.
racist and sexist?
And I went to return the wallet to his home when I knew he would be at work.
Uh-huh.
I told his wife that he left it behind during a one-night stand.
This is so petty. Wow. That is the most petty thing I've ever heard. How did she know the person was racist and sexist? I think she's just petty as hell, and we're here for it. So, 80. It is not. It is set in a game show. Although, I do like the alternate interpretation, because that would make an awful lot of sense. But yes, those are sound isolation panels that are meant to reduce echo in a large room. Ah, missed that, Osab. Thank you. Makes sense. Yikes. I don't know, Lilith. Okay. Yeah, and let's get a less unhinged opinion on the same question. Claire, less unhinged?
Absolutely, I would return a wallet. I mean, if I was ever lucky enough to own something as precious as a wallet, I
Less
would
unhinged.
really hope that someone would return mine to me if I ever lost it.
Good answer. Strong answer. Okay. Storm Chasers, keep in mind, you're going to be the ones deciding this $1 million fate here, okay? If there's a tie, I overrule it. Then I don't know if there will be. Lilith. What's a typical day in your life
Describe
like?
a
You
typical
fleece
day in
money
your
from
life.
people with tarot on Sunset Boulevard or whatever you said.
I wake up.
Yeah.
I eat breakfast.
Okay.
I feed my familiars.
Yeah,
I go
familiars.
to work.
Which is tarot.
When I get home, I like to relax and work on my bug collection.
Yep, Natch. Work on my bug collection. All right. Just a normal everyday, just a regular everyday normal mother beep. Told you in the first song, now I'll tell you in another. Okay. God. Oh boy. Okay. Claire is. I'm gonna ask this question because I think it's slightly less interesting. She's going to say her lost daughter is who she want to be stranded with. Goth Hustle.
If you were going to be stranded on an island
But we're
with
gonna
one
find out.
person of your choosing,
Ah, great question,
who
Celtic. I can answer
would
that
it
right after this, okay? Or someone else might in the chat before I get to it.
Is it okay to say myself? I'd pick myself. Because that one time that I was stranded on a deserted island before, it was just me and I got used to it.
Yeah,
I mean, when I
stranded on
say
a deserted
deserted
island,
island,
right.
it was more like one of those floating garbage piles that gather together in the ocean that Greenpeace hate. Anyway, I'd still choose me.
That's very funny. So I'm with you there as well, 80. Just absolutely wild. Yes, so Celtic, that is part of the lie detector that they're all strapped to. Now, I will say, I've asked 6 people dozens of questions. Like, just really quick math tells me we must be well over 60 or 70 questions. Correct, it's a polygraph. That's right, Celtic. So part of the game show is that they're all hooked up to polygraphs. And I figured part of the fun would be that they would try to lie to look better to win $1 million. As it stands, we've asked well over 60 questions of these contestants, most of whom have gone home now. There's been 1 lie detected so far. I guess, Flower. Flower, I'm gonna tell you a secret, okay? And it's just for you, okay? I'm with. Oh, sorry. Really quick. I'm with weirdness. I'm still totally in that vibe as well. But yeah, Flower. Let me tell you a little secret, okay? I don't think this is a game. I don't think this is a real game. I think this is just a series of videos that you watch and just have fun. Oh! Very good, Celtic. Actually, that is very funny. Celtic Knots, 10 points for you. Excuse me. All right, Lilith. Embarrassing or dumb? No, embarrassing first.
What is your most embarrassing?
Weirdly enough, apparently it's hooked up to his laptop. That's not how polygraphs work, but whatever. I mean, maybe
When
it
I
is
was
now.
6 years old, my parents forced me to attend the birthday party of the girl who lived next door.
Did you send crows to peck out her eyes?
They fed me copious amounts of
I think we're gonna find out, everyone.
candies, cakes, ice cream.
Yeah. Ice cream. Performance.
I got caught up in such a sugar rush. I actually participated in their games.
God, how horrible.
The worst part was, afterwards, many of these peasants actually thought we were friends.
Peasants! Very good. Very, 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 very good. Oh, Flower, apparently she's just always been like that.
If
Yeah.
you
All right.
could have any
Okay, everyone.
superpower,
Pay
what would you
attention. These are
choose?
very important. We're going to find out who deserves the $1 million.
I would choose the superpower to heal like Wolverine.
That's a good superpower.
That
Good
would
shout.
just come in so handy for me. It would save so much time. I wouldn't have to go to hospital every single time I got attacked by a wild
I think it
animal.
was me,
or caught
80.
some terrible disease or was in some almost fatal accident.
She does seem very accident prone. Yeah. Yeah. Paximo! What's up? Welcome to Truth or Macaw with me, Tornado Macaw. Okay, so look, I'm really happy we eliminated Joe or Joel or whatever that fucking guy's name was. Who cares? The Influencer too. She was just too middle of the road for me. Nate, I think was his name. Interesting. She got on my nerves a little bit. And Autumn, little one-dimensional. Lilith also is one-dimensional, but at least that one dimension is dark. All right, what do you got? Last questions, team. Last questions.
What is the dumbest thing you ever did?
What's the dumbest thing you ever did?
This rich
Oh, Sam,
couple
thank you, Flower. Yeah.
used to pay me to sit for their dog.
Oh. Ruh-roh.
And one day he died on my watch.
Oh, God.
So I buried him in the backyard,
Well, exactly, Paxmo. Yes.
replaced him with a look-alike from the local pet shop.
Oh, replaced him with a lookalike.
The couple comes home. The new dog won't stop barking, yapping, nipping.
Right, and they
I
presumably...
said he was acting normal during my watch. I got paid and I left. Anyway, he ends up biting one of them. So they put him outside,
Oh,
where he digs up the original, who turns out wasn't as dead as I thought.
yikes. Oh.
So they decided they needed to call me, text me dozens of times, asking me why I would
Unbelievable.
bury their dog alive and try and replace him with an evil clone.
And?
I figured there was no way explaining my way out of that one, so I didn't reply.
I really, really like the note. Well, you know what? No way out of this one. I guess they'll just never know. And they'll never find me again. Me! Probably the only gothic woman in the entire community. Well, for $1 million reading, she actually already said what she would do with $1 million is she would get a cult and summon Cthulhu. Okay, Claire. A lot of people liked your Wolverine answer. I want to know what your beautiful, embarrassing, guilty pleasure is.
What is your most
Make it extreme.
embarrassing
Make it
guilty
extreme.
pleasure?
I love window shopping at those really fancy stores that only rich people shop at,
Don't we all?
like Walmart. I go and I look and I think, oh, if I was wealthy, I could have that and that. and that.
Famously, she has no money. Yeah, yeah.
It's so glamorous if I could really afford to buy things there, but
Oh.
you know, who can?
That was a lot
That's the
sadder
end of
than
this
I
round.
anticipated,
We'll
actually.
soon find out who will be.
Okay, we're going to be voting on who's
after this
going
message from our
home, okay?
sponsor.
Not the... Walmart has windows?
Today's episode is brought to you by Vegas Tales,
Ooh.
a full-motion video game from the makers of Truth.
Hey!
A wealthy resort owner is dying and needs you to help decide who should inherit his estate.
Oh, that sounds so
You'll
much
be
better than
interviewing
this.
some over-the-top characters and helping choose who will become extremely wealthy.
That sounds
Be
exactly
careful,
like my
as there may
game
be
show.
more to some than meets the eye.
What the shit?
Vegas Tales is available now on your favorite gaming platform.
What the hell, Harry Kim?
Now it's time for the audience to vote.
Oh!
Please enter the selection of the contestant you think should be going home.
What? That's so much better than Truth. Okay, quick, team. It's the poll's coming in hot. Just give me... Sorry, the poll position's coming in hot. Is that better? All right. Who's leaving us? We're going to reset. And we're going to remove. All right. This is who's going home, not who you want to win, okay? Who's leaving us? Flower, I think maybe we should. Actually, while you all vote, I'm gonna go have a quick peek, see if I can get it. Vegas Tails?
Thank you for...
Oh, sorry. Is it a lot of the same people? Oh? Famous people? Oh? I mean... They look a little weird, but alright. Here we go. That's right, I am currently developing a second game show as we speak, based on the ads that were just run on my game show, the one that I'm executive producing. Thank you very much. And my hope is that this doesn't mess up anything else as it's going. No, it shouldn't. All right. Team, this is for who's going home. Ooh, I don't even need to weigh in. My friends. Cross-marketing potential. Lilith, no longer quite the supreme ruler of Earth. Oh, geez. Sorry, reading. I'm sorry, Lilith. It is time for you to bid us adieu. She was cool. And she had her own... She had a very specific viewpoint about the world. I want to see what Claire would use the money for.
The votes are in. The $1 million prize.
$1 million?
Going to
And it's like, this show is clearly paying for $10.
No way! I can't have won. I've never won anything in my life before. This is insane. Well, apart from that one time I won a free video rental at Blockbuster, but they went out of business the next day, so that doesn't really count.
It doesn't count at all.
This is awesome!
Yay! Yay! Claire planned on using the prize money to hire a private detective to help find her missing daughter Mallory, but she didn't need one after all. Mallory happened to turn on her TV just in time to see the last few seconds of tonight's show. Seeing her mother was still alive, she tracked her down. They are now living in Vegas. Okay. Are we serious, though? Graspy Loot! Graspy Loot, don't worry. We've got another FMV coming up in like 2 seconds once it's installed and whatever. If Claire had not been the winner, Mallory would not have seen her on television, and the two of them would never have been reunited. Yay? I mean, like, I guess. Oh, reading aloud, it's an Anastasia situation. Very nice. Big fan. Big fan. I truly believe the real heroes of Anastasia are the two con men. Just want to make a quick buck by exploiting the monarchy. What's immortal? It's oh god, it's okay, Graspula. What's going on? Yeah, me too. Okay, well, we definitely don't need to see start again, that's for sure. So give me 2 seconds, team. I'm gonna get this out of here. And then, yeah, I don't even know what that is, actually, Graspula. Maybe you told me and I've forgotten, because I always forget stuff. Alright. Get out of here, you. Alright. Team, we're back. Tart. How dare you? How dare you reading aloud? How dare you? Tornado Macaw's Go-Go Juice. Today's episode of Truth is brought to you by Tornado Macaw's Go-Go Juice. No worries, Flower. Have a great night. Wonderful, or whatever time of day it is for you. Have a great time of day. Don't forget to keep on racing fast like lightning. Phew! Okay, let's see how this is going here. Download? Oh, it's going. Team, if you'll just let me vamp for like 2 minutes, I think we're going to check out these Vegas tales, which I bet is going to be just as bad. Oh, I think it's going to be great. Right, okay, so actually I have to adjust a few things here real quick. So this is going to be called Tornado. Oh, actually, you know what I'll do really quick? I'm going to say, I'm not leaving, okay? I'm just going to stop this recording. We'll make it a different thing later. Yeah, okay. So I'll say, congrats to Claire. So glad you found your daughter, Mallory. I thought you were lying this whole time. Big congrats. And we'll see you next time on Truth or Macaw!